When I say your thoughts shape your reality, I don't mean that in some soft, sweet, wish on a star kind of way. I mean it like this. What's going on in your mind right now is building the framework of your life tomorrow. See, I learned early, long before the awards, long before anybody knew my name, that your mind is either your best friend or your worst enemy, and it don't whisper. It shouts. Every thought you feed it becomes a brick in the house you live in. I remember being 20 years old, sitting in my mother's beauty salon in Mount Vernon, just thinking about what I was gonna do with my life. I didn't have a plan. I didn't even have direction, but I had imagination. And when this older woman in the salon looked at me and said, "Young man, you're going to speak to millions. You're going to travel the world and inspire people," I didn't laugh it off. I took that seed and planted it deep in my mind. Now let me ask you something. What seeds are you planting? Because your thoughts, they're not just things you entertain in passing. They are orders you're giving to the universe. They are the instructions you're feeding to your subconscious mind. And that mind, it don't judge, it just executes. You keep thinking you're unworthy, it'll find ways to prove you right. You keep thinking you're stuck, it'll start showing you more walls. But if you think freedom, if you think possibility, if you start entertaining the idea that greatness is not out there, it's already in you, then the world starts bending to that truth. Look, we don't attract what we want. We attract who we are, and who we are is a direct reflection of what we repeatedly think. So if your life feels like a broken record, maybe it's time to change the song in your head. You ever seen a magnet pull metal? It doesn't beg, it doesn't chase. It pulls because that's its nature. Your mind has that same power. If it's clear, if it's focused, if it's locked in on a vision that excites you, challenges you, makes you wake up and say, "Let's go." But too many of us are trapped in recycled thoughts. Thoughts we inherited. Thoughts we absorbed from folks who quit on themselves a long time ago, and we wonder why we're anxious or lost or stuck. It's because we're trying to build a palace with bricks that were meant for a prison. You want to change your life. Start changing your thoughts, consistently, not just on Sundays, not just when you're hyped from a speech like this, but every day, every hour, every time doubt tries to sneak in, you replace it with a declaration. Not "what if I fail," but "what if I fly?" Let's be clear about something. Your thoughts spark the engine, but belief is what puts gas in the tank. See, you can think about success all day. You can write down your goals, build a vision board, talk to yourself in the mirror until your voice goes hoarse. But if deep down you don't believe you're worthy of it, if some quiet voice inside is still whispering, "Not you, not now, not ever," then that dream is stuck in neutral. Belief ain't just something you say. It's not hype. It's not a catchphrase for a t-shirt. Belief is the invisible armor you wear when nobody's clapping for you, when the lights are off, when the doors keep closing. When your name's not being called. I remember early in my career, I walked into casting rooms where people didn't see me. And I don't mean they didn't see Denzel, the actor. I mean they didn't see me, my value. My fire, my essence. They saw a stereotype. They saw what was written on the paper, not what was written in my spirit. And I'll tell you the truth, that could have broken me, could have made me smaller, could have convinced me to settle, to shrink, to doubt. But I had already seen something in myself that no casting director could deny. I believed in a version of me that hadn't shown up yet, but I knew he was coming. So I walked in rooms like I belonged there, even if my resume didn't say so yet. I spoke like I had something to offer, because I did. And I prepared like the opportunity would come, because I believed it was on the way. You've got to have that kind of belief. The kind that feels delusional to people who gave up on themselves. See, belief doesn't always show up loud. Sometimes it's a quiet knowing. A still, deep conviction that says, "It's mine, even if I can't see it yet." It's knowing that you're not chasing anything. You're aligning with it. It's already out there, already written. You're just walking it out. And here's the thing. Your belief is contagious. People can feel it before you speak. It walks into the room with you. When you believe, truly believe, it shifts your energy. It straightens your back. It lifts your head. It gives weight to your words. People don't invest in people who are unsure. They invest in people who walk like the future is already inside them. But here's the truth you need to hold close. The world will only believe in you after you believe in yourself. So when you're faced with doubt, fear, rejection, silence, don't panic. That's just the universe asking you, do you really believe? And your answer isn't in what you say. It's in how you move. Do you keep writing when nobody's reading? Do you keep training when no one's watching? Do you prepare for the door like it's already unlocked? Because belief, real belief, is not passive. It's not wishing, it's commitment. It's standing in the storm and saying, I know who I am, I know what I'm here to do, and I'm not leaving until I see it through. That's the kind of belief that bends the world toward you. That pulls dreams out of the sky and drops them in your lap, not by accident, but by attraction, because you didn't just want it, you knew it was yours. Now we've talked about thoughts, we've talked about belief. But let's not get it twisted. None of that means anything if you don't move. You can't just sit in your room visualizing your dream life like it's gonna show up Amazon Prime in 2 days. Life doesn't reward intention alone. It rewards movement, discipline, work, real work. See, some folks get stuck in what I call mental motion. They've got the vision, they've done the journaling, they've talked to all the right people, watched every motivational video on YouTube. But when it's time to put feet to that fire, when it's time to stay up late, get up early, keep going when it's not cute anymore, they freeze. Let me tell you something. Faith without works is dead, and dreaming without doing is just wishing with a pretty filter on it. I remember when I first started acting. People see the movies now, the success, the spotlight, but what they don't see is the grind, the rehearsals, the rejections, the years of hearing no, before one person finally said yes. There were nights I questioned it all. Days I didn't feel talented, moments I wanted to walk away, but I kept showing up every day, every audition, every opportunity, big or small. I gave it everything I had, not because someone was watching, but because I was watching. And I knew if I gave half, I'd get half. But if I gave my all, one day all of it would come back to me. You can't just hope your way into the life you want. You have to hustle your way into it. You gotta do the hard things when nobody's clapping. You gotta sacrifice when it's uncomfortable. Because greatness doesn't show up with a sign saying now hiring. It shows up looking like pain, like discipline, like decisions that don't make sense to the people around you. Let me tell you this, consistency beats talent when talent doesn't show up. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the fastest. You just need to be the one who refuses to quit. Because your actions, they tell the universe, I'm serious. And once you're serious, doors start to open that don't even have hinges. You want to attract wealth. Start managing what you have like it's already multiplied. You want to attract opportunity. Show up early, stay late, do more than what's expected. You want to attract love, healing, growth. Then treat yourself like you're already living in that next chapter. Thoughts will guide you, belief will fuel you, but action is what carves the path. It's what turns possibility into evidence. It's what separates those who wish from those who win. So don't just sit there thinking. Don't just sit there believing. Get up and go make it real. So here we are. We've talked about the power of your thoughts, how they're not just passing ideas, but building blocks of your future. We've talked about belief. That deep, unwavering no matter what kind of belief that turns vision into vibration and vibration into reality. And we've talked about action, the great separator, the difference between a dreamer and a doer, between wishing and winning. Now I need you to hear me, really hear me. You were not born to live a life of quiet frustration. You were not put here to watch others rise while you sit in fear, wondering if your time will ever come. Your time is now. Your future is listening to the words you say to yourself today, and your life will never outgrow the size of your mindset. So I challenge you, don't leave this moment inspired and then go back to the same tired habits. Don't let this just be a good speech. Let it be a spark. Let it be a line in the sand. Make a decision right here, right now, that from this day forward, you're going to think like it's already possible. You're going to believe like it's already yours. And you're going to move like the life you've dreamed of is already waiting around the corner. Because it is, so stand tall, speak truth, walk with purpose. And remember what I told you. Your thoughts are powerful, your belief is magnetic, and your action is the key that unlocks the door. Now go get what belongs to you. God bless you. Thank you.